Let's do it.
All right, the mic is hot. We're live.
What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? There are 13 energy centers in and outside your body, below your feet and above your head. They're called your chakras. Your chakras govern your reality. They make your life happen. They're fueled by your subconscious thought, your life force, your action, sexual energy that exists in all of us, creating from the vibration that flows within us. Constant, consistent creation, directed by the choices that we make. You have the right to be who you're supposed to be, so what's it gonna be? You are the master of your vibration. Feel your mind for elevation. There is no time for contemplation. The time is now. So what's it gonna be?
Finally, we know what it's going to be. We know what it's going to be, Solution, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Absolutely, 100%. Hola, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this very special edition of Master Vibration 13 Self-Healing here at the Master Vibration 13 Self-Healing Layer at mastervibration13.com. Today, we are going to be talking about this 9-day cleanse that we did, that we were inspired to do, and we came together in a very cool collaborative that you will be meeting some of our Master Vibration 13 self-healing master practitioners tonight that went through this cleanse with us. And it was, I'm still buzzing from it. I'm on cycle. We're on day 4. This is Heart Chakra Day for us on the second round of this very intense chakra cleanse. We wanted to come to do this documentation of this cleanse tonight because it is the most important thing that we could ever do for ourselves, to be able to recognize the power and what each energy center relates to and know what it is and practice it every day and do our own self-healing instantaneously through this process that has been everything. And so tonight we're going to share our experiences on what happened with the cleanse. And I'm just going to start by saying this was something that was not planned out. Everyone that's here tonight knows that it was not really planned out. It was something that just kind of happened. We put it together and everybody that came in followed suit. And it was very much a realization of what was happening beyond the physical. Prior to this situation happening and getting organized, the work was already done. It's already been done. And we came to complete this mission during this time. And it's been very, very, very enlightening. I would love all of the eye ministers to be that are on the line to come into the chat and just say, post hi here, so that I know everybody that's on the line, and so we can make sure and that we get to everyone through this. If you're not, I know that, okay, I see I Minister Symphony. I see I Minister Jennifer. And so as I see you guys on, I think that's probably going to be the best way that we do it tonight. I want to, because I'm in a I'm in a symphony, got her red dress on. I'm just so ready to hear. A lot of us have been, kind of quiet during this time, and we've been sharing some things, but we were waiting for this day to have, like, the full expression of what this was. And I remember going into the cleanse, I knew, one of the things that they said was that I was going to be completely brand new, that I was not going to be the same person that I was when I started. And I was like, well, okay. I mean, this is me always talking smack. Well, we're never the same person because every day is different. So yeah, of course I'm going to be somebody different. So I wasn't even really expecting like a huge kind of change. But I was also working on releasing the expectation that I had through this cleanse. And I think that that's one of the reasons why they made it happen so fast and be like, okay, do this now and do it like this, so that we didn't really have a whole lot of time to think about it. We were just doing it. And that worked really well for me because I was able to really experience each day fully and be prepared for what would happen in the challenge, that because every day was a challenge, as every day is. And so I was able, I was Bruce Lee in all my challenges. And it was just the best feeling because I knew that it was happening because of what I did, what I planted, and that energy center being open and being, rightly balanced, cleansed, and it's not something that just happens once. It's a continuous process. So I'm going to go ahead and let's please start with Imanista Symphony and sharing just her experience with it. Imanista Symphony, tell us a little bit about you and what your ministry is and what this did for you and what it's doing for you.
Um, so this cleanse basically, for me, well, okay, let me just start with a little bit about myself. I'm a 40-year-old mom of five, and I've been in this kind of funk for a couple of years. Marty's very, I'm not gonna say very, but she's versed on the trials and tribulations that I've been through. So this cleanse, like she said, I didn't really have any too big expectations of what is it that I was going to get out of it. I just knew that my chakras were off. I knew that I had blockages, and I knew that I had work to do. So, as with everything, I like to document things. So for me, on the other hand, I did document every day, and what that did for me was bring me to a place of deep reflection. So throughout these two cycles, I've been able to take a moment in times where usually I would be brash and go ahead and actually reflect on the situation and respond differently. So this actually, during this cleanse, for the first time in about 4 years, I've had a different response from a cycle that I've been caught in for the last couple of years. So about once a month around this time during my menses, I'm like really, really just horrible, like especially to my consort. And this is the first time in years. I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but I'm actually excited and glad because it shows that the work that I've been doing with this cleanse has been working. It's the first time in years where I haven't responded how I normally would, even though um, before I was aware of my behavior and I wanted to stop it, but I caught myself in a cycle of just still acting out the program. So within this cleanse, I was able to pinpoint each and every single one of my reactions and how they were being affected by my energy chakras, or vice versa, how my energy chakras being blocked or affecting my responses. So during this cleanse, working with my basically the number one chakra that kind of helped me open up and see where the damages was done was the Earth Star chakra. And then going through that and then being able to open up each and every one of the other chakras, it kind of like brought me to a place of like, oh, okay, this is it. This is where it was. So, all in all, I'm not gonna say that, oh, this cleanse like healed me and I'm just like ready to shout to the mountaintops, like, oh. It's just like I'm in a place where I've found contentedness within myself, and that has allowed me to tap into my alignment within self on a more consistent basis than I have in a long time. So that's what the cleanse has done for me. And for me, just having that little bit of balance is, it helped me to start maneuvering, being a mom of 5, a whole lot better than I have these last 20 years. My oldest is 20, my youngest is 3, going on 4. So it's just, this cleanse has really been like, it really brought me back to a place where like I'm dancing with myself and like I'm taking so much attention to like little details in my body, and I'm sitting down and I'm breathing for long periods of time, and I'm sitting in the sun for longer periods, and I'm just enjoying the sounds of water, like just water on a constant basis, just in the faucet, just outside in a bottle, just being able to just observe it and be thankful for it. So just being in a constant space of awareness, and in that awareness, bringing myself to an alignment, and in that alignment, allowing me to navigate different spaces. So this cleanse has been like amazing for me because it has been so challenging. This in the next 7 days will be 15 years since I've started this journey of self-rediscovery and remembrance and this healing process, because it all started with my mom passing 15 years ago on the 21st. And it just, from there, I went on a healing journey. And because of that, it brought me to the healing layer, the master vibration layer, and incorporating all the different practices that this cleanse now opens you up to. So I'm so grateful for being a part of this, because it allowed me to, like I said, really bring me to a place of reflection. And then within that reflection, just remembering the joy of who I am, of what we're here on in this realm to experience. So I yield the floor.
Thank you so much. Could you please say your mother's name? Symphony.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Can you please say your mama's name?
Margaret Eugene. Well, her given name was Margarita Esalen.
Margarita Esalen.
But she had it changed when she got married, and name was Margaret. Maggie is what she was affectionately known for. Everybody called her Maggie. But yeah,
we'll honor all of her personalities: Maggie, Margarita, Margaret, Ache.
Yes.
Welcome.
Ache.
Thank you so much for that. This experience, one of the things that it really brought to light was the importance of everyone having a unique experience. Like, one of the things that happened with us, I didn't document a whole lot. Well, I documented through, doing the guidance in that way, but I didn't write anything down. Solution did a lot of documentation. So, and everybody was having a different experience, and that's encouraged because that's what's necessary. And one of the things that they showed me was that all of the Master Vibration 13 self-healing master practitioners are from different walks of life with different experiences, and that's what's needed in this healing that is happening. And this healing can't happen if we don't heal ourselves, if we don't do it on ourselves. I'm going to keep it rolling and bring in Minister Jennifer, and she's going to share with us a little bit about her and her experience with this 9-day spiritual chakra cleanse. We did use the cards of Rachel Chairman, so I want to definitely mention her because it was just brilliant. I felt her energy in these cards so much, and I connected so much to it, and I'm so grateful. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Jennifer Hardy.
So greetings. I'm Minister Jennifer. My focus background. I am an attorney by trade. I'm a wife and mom of one. Hope to be a mom of two. My ministry is senior care and caretaker care. So I wanted to cleanse, just being open. I didn't expect anything. I just wanted to be open to see what I would experience or if any revelations would happen. So I did jot down notes, and I'll give you the highlights of what happened during this cleanse. So on, I think, the root chakra day, I discovered that I have a trigger for unresolved sexual trauma that I didn't realize. I think on the Sunday of the cleanse, I saw a letter, and my father-in-law, he lives in a senior apartment complex for seniors. And as we were leaving the complex, there's a table in the foyer where you walk in. And on that table, there was a letter that a lady had written in red ink. And in the letter, just to sum it up really quickly, she was saying that she had to move out of the building and was giving her 60-day notice because her son tragically passed away. And he was the one helping her pay her rent. And she couldn't stay because with his death, there was no one left to help her pay rent and stay in the building. And that was just confirmation for me that my mission of assisting seniors, I'm trying not to get emotional, but to assisting seniors and their caretakers is valid. It was a validation for me. I got to hug my aunt who passed away in 2006. She came to me in a dream. It was very vivid. My mom flashed me while I was sitting in my room, and I guess since I didn't turn for the flash, she took the pillow, the king size pillow, and turned it down very, very slowly so that I would recognize her and acknowledge her. I've been wanting to protect my ears, my hearing, what I hear from people, and my energy more than I did before I started the cleanse. And the last highlight was I had a visualized conversation with my ex-husband. He was physically, financially, emotionally, sexually abusive. And in that vision of a conversation with him, I basically released him from any disdain that I had for him and acknowledged that I understood that he created his narcissism as a survival technique and that he no longer needed to use that to survive.
Wow. That was huge. That was huge. You did and undid so much through that process. Like, it gives me chills in that because you were able to release and gain so much from that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
No, thank you. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. This is
I yield the floor.
This is exciting because it's like we do have the ability to have these gifts and to sharpen our gifts. And through the process, one of the things that we talked about was people were going to get visitors and people were going to get clarity on that. So thank you so much for the confirmation, because look, I ain't gonna lie. All the time that I get these messages to say it, I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, here I go telling them they're gonna see. So what if nobody see nothing? I don't even then I have to release it and let it go and know that I'm getting information that I have to share. And Conchita always gets in the way, and I have to pull her aside, and that's part of the process as well. So thank you so much for that confirmation, because I knew that there were going to be so many things that were happening within our gifts, and being able to accept and be open to getting them more and getting them more clearly. And that was a great confirmation. Thank you so much. Whoever wants to go next, you can put it in the chat. And if I don't see it in the chat, I know I do remember who is on the call, and I will call someone out. Oh, and I wanted to do this because, see, I just found my effects and stuff. I haven't been in the studio for a long time, y'all. I've been in hibernation, but I wanted to give I'm in a Symphony a round of applause. It's so funny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want you to give yourself a round of applause just for facilitating this and allowing us a space to come together and heal and allow others to heal as well. Thank you.
Gracias. This was, for me, something that, I kept seeing 1144, 144, the numbers every single day I see them over and over again. And I look at them and I look at what they mean. And, and it's been helpful for me because I am detaching from everything that was, and I'm completely open to this new me that's coming out. And it's like, I don't even know exactly how she's going to be. I just know how she is today, and that tomorrow she's going to be even better. So it's like, it's a constant, test of, how I was and how I want to be, and how much of myself I'm giving, how, when to say no, and, be okay with just being with myself and shutting the world out. That is super difficult for me, and it's something that I've had to do, and this cleanse has really assisted me with that. Okay, I do not see anyone putting that they want to go next in the group, so I'm going to before I call, you want to go next? Solution wants to go next, so here we go.
Greetings, everyone. I'm happy to be here and glad that you all are in attendance, and having your presence in the place to be is definitely much grateful. I am much grateful. In regards to the 7 I minister solution. My ministry is Solution Ministries, and I would say our objective is to bring balance and peace and calm to those through the practice of the art of pugilism, which pugilism is boxing.
And to find solutions in life.
All right. So I am the ripe age of 50. And in regards to the 9-day chakra cleanse, I can definitely say that it definitely brought forth a lot of change and a lot of knowledge in where I had deficiencies. And I would say one of the main chakras that I feel needs more investing in being brought up to par or leveled up is my sexual chakra. I can definitely say that my inspiration, my creativity, even being more flexible and having that ability to be more in the moment and be the joking personality that I was in my 20s. Definitely want to find that area and be more relaxed and be more in the moment. And I would say that the 9-day chakra cleanse gave me the inspiration to be more assertive in gaining the knowledge and connecting with the experience and the knowledge of Sex Energy Goddess 13. So I want to, it's probably a part of the ego that didn't allow me to move and take that education and request that education. I can also, in regards to my sexual chakra, wasn't the only one that I felt needed addressing. I'll say every chakra up into the crown, to the, what is the one?
The soul star.
Soul star chakra. They all had their little things that I saw that could use some effort to be inspired or more acknowledged. And I guess with everyone, I feel like we're all competitors in this game of life. We're all athletes in this scenario, looking at each thing and combing through it with a fine-tooth comb and assessing those little intricacies is going to always bring us to a higher level. And I definitely found that through the 9-day chakra, it gave me that ability to assess myself a little more critically and and come to some conclusions that I can improve. So
that is, I gotta get the computer back because I gotta give him a round of applause, y'all. That was fantastic. I have to say that he almost made me a little emotional there, because that is, doing what I do and being able to service my husband in the way that I service other people is always, it's different when you're dealing with other people and then when you have your spouse. And for those that don't know, Solution and I have been in a union for 33 years of life. We've gone through a lot of life together. And I'm 52 years old. And it's just been really great to be on this journey with him. We've always recognized that we've had past lives together, and I guess maybe I recognized it a little more. I recognized it a little more than he did, but yeah, it's a fantastic experience to be able to have a partner through this process, and it is what I needed, because my this journey, this 52 years was not an easy 52 years, as I would be assured that it wasn't easy for any of us here. But let me go into the chat and see who wants to go next. In the chat, Minister Jennifer, what you aspire to do is direly required in our communities, including my own, and I am in full support of your endeavors. Ache. This is magnificent, and this is why it's important for everyone to share what their ministry is, because we're giving power, we're giving ache to the intention of every single I Minister here. So I Minister Symphony, if you want to come back around either now or at the end and share a little more in regards to the ministry, that your ministry, because I don't think we got to hear that on this call. But let me see. I'm going to go ahead and call out someone who I've been experimenting with and doing work with during this cleanse. It's someone who I recognize as a soul sister, a soul mother, a soul daughter. We've been around together for a long time, and I'm reminded in this lifetime, and it's been a very cool experience to work with someone without speaking. Like I'm telling you, it's like in my mind, my life is an X-Men movie. And so there's all kinds of oracles and guides and superpowers and superheroes and people that come in, and we can talk to each other without speaking, and we can connect to each other, without seeing each other, without physically being around each other. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and open the mic for I Minister Oyeyemi. Welcome.
Giving thanks and gratitude and gratefulness. I give thanks to all those who have walked before me. I give thanks to all those who walk after me. My ministry is Queen Mother's Sacred Ancestral Palace. And as I Minister Marty says, I Minister Oyeyemi. My ministry is resurrecting, restoring, calling, turning, memory, and radiating our sacredness and sacerdotal ancestral divinity. I do long distance Reiki. I do in-person Reiki. I do womb restoration. I do womb steam. And I do ancestral consultations. Womb restoration is when there's no steam and the sister's had trauma, sexual abuse, physical abuse, any kind of trauma to the womb. I help sisters get back in touch with their womb. The cleanse. It was phenomenal. It was magnificent. I had no expectations going through the 9-day cleanse. When the 9-day cleanse was presented, I had no expectations. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to see. But I experienced. It was beyond seeing. It was experiencing. It was feeling. I'm a child of sexual abuse. And when a sister has been sexually abused, there's very little feeling. You have very little feeling nature. You don't experience feelings. It's hard for you to get back in touch with your feelings. But through this 9-day cleanse, I was able to tap back into what I actually felt, what it felt like to go through the cleanse instead of just going through the cleanse. Because a lot of times we go through life with just remote learning. What we've learned, we just learn that and we don't feel it. But this cleanse, and the first day of the cleanse was the Earth Star. And my feet were tingling. I was like, wow. And I knew that a shift was taking place. Now, I could go through the shift joyously and harmoniously, or I could go through the shift kicking, crying, screaming, and hollering. But I said, no. I was going to accept whatever came. However it came, I was going to breathe through it, move through it, and rise above it. Were there distractions along the way? Of course. But I refused to allow it to stop me to hold me or to keep me from doing it. Because you see, when you decide to shift your energy or to do something different, here comes inertia. And she says, oh, so you think you're going to change? You think you're going to do something different? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. So our Minister Solutions talks about boxing. So to me, inertia is like boxing. When she says, okay, you think you're going to change? Get in the ring. I got something for you. First, she might throw a little punch to see. And you might take the punch. But the whole while she's standing there, you bobbing and weaving, and she's just looking you directly in your eye. She says, come on with it. And each time she punches you a little bit harder. And if you fall and don't get back up, she knows she's won. But if you get back up and you stay there with her, then she has to buy out. So I refuse to give inertia the power over me. I went through the cleanse, but I found a tribe. There was so much harmony. One sister would say something, one of our ministers would say something, and when we would all, it was just like everybody was just in so harmonious, harmony. It was amazing. Even though we all had different things, but we all had the same thing. Mm-hmm. As my mother said, birds of a feather flock together. So this 9-day cleanse, it's beautiful. It's magnificent. And I knew 9 days wasn't enough. I knew I needed more. When you do this cleanse, if you stay with it, breathe through it, you can do it. Mm-hmm. Nothing is impossible when you have a made-up mind. But connecting my mind and my heart and loving myself through the cleanse and allowing love to love me helps me get through this cleanse gently, joyously, and harmoniously. My ancestors came through in my root chakra. They said, give her a name. So she has a name. Well, I already knew by me doing my womb medicine. Well, my sacral already had a name. I even gave my solar plexus. That's for my inner child. She has a name, but I've given her in divine infinite intelligence, giving me wisdom, and giving me information, giving me insight. Mm. It's phenomenal. The harmony, the tribe, the unity, the oneness, the flow of energy, and every day was something new and exciting. I chose to make it exciting. So I yield the floor. I said, thank you to Master Vibration 13. I say thank you to Solutions. I say thank you to each I minister. I love you all. And this is only the beginning.
Hachi. Hachi, hachi, hachi. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to, no one's in the room, so I've been feeling the energy of I Minister Ebony. I Minister Ebony. Ache, Ache, would you please come up and share? Oh, dang. I got set up like that. She was here, and I had the applause ready and everything, and I was feeling her vibe. And then it's like, she's not here. I mean, it's Ebony, you ain't here?
She still went to get some water.
She stepped out to get some water, ladies and gentlemen. She's not available at the moment. She'll be right back with us. Okay, I'm going to go down in my mind the next person that's coming. And she's been coming, and I've been waiting. But I'm going to go ahead and say her name. I Minister Ready Saki Ra Ra Ra. Wait. Don't say nothing yet. I got to get my claws. There we go.
Oh, well, thank you for the applause. God, thank you for the applause.
You're so very
Grateful and
welcome.
thankful. This is I Minister Ready, Saki Rah Rah Rah. My ministry is called Ready Ministries and Ready Healing Ministries. And my third ministry is Cat Lady Crazy 9. I am SEG9 as well. I am an esthetician and a grant facilitator and a master organizer. My ministries are about uplifting humanity to readiness with spiritual consultation, rehabilitation, intuitive counseling service, and confidential venting sessions. What is readiness, you may ask? Is exactly what it sounds right. Readiness. Ready to grow your own food, ready to navigate from public to private, ready to power your own jurisdiction, ready to grow your own everything, ready to create your own medicine, ready to exit the matrix.
That's it.
I give thanks for this platform, and I am very grateful to be amongst my fellow I ministers on this journey and on this podcast. And it is a pleasure to have those listening here with us, even if you're listening at a later date. And we look forward to you embarking on this journey with us. So for the 9-day spiritual chakra cleanse, the most powerful chakra cleanse that I have experienced thus far. Not one of them, the most. I have done a number of chakra cleanses, all up to 21 days with different healers. And this has been the most powerful thus far. The feelings that I am experiencing right now is pure bliss. However, it's not an overnight process. And there is some waning and waning, some waning and waxing, just like the moon. This 9-day process for me, as OJ Yemi mentioned, it's a continual endeavor. I would say that it took effort, but instead of using the word effort, I'm going to replace effort with the endeavor. It took my intention to want to know what was there lying within each of my chakras, to know what it is that is causing me to be outside myself at any given time. It was a great time for dealing and cleansing those dark energies, healing from my past, and raising my level of vibrational energy. All of those things occurred. I will say that the heart chakra was something that I had to really go down and deep into. And I understand that because of the interconnectedness of all of our chakras, that once I got on that Earth Star and when we first began our journey, the Earth Star chakra, I was grounded. I could feel it because things were happening around me and I was reacting differently. I was totally conscious about how I needed to react instead of falling into the pattern of reaction. And as that energy started to build, we went into our root, we went into our sacral, we went in our solar plexus. There were things coming out, but it wasn't as dramatic. It was I could realize what it was that I had in those energy centers that I needed to work with and how it was stifling me. But it wasn't until I got into the heart chakra that all of those things just like really bust open. Like, bam, I was in the ring. As I Minister OJ Yemi said, I was in the ring. And shout out to Solutions, because I've always been a fighter, but I've always wanted to, do that in a way. But I've always been scared about my face. Like, oh, I can't look at my face, my pretty face. But anyway, I use shadow boxing as a way to deal with certain emotions that I was going through. And that really helped me to release that energy and to transform it, because I got some little muscle tone. I'm real slim, so it don't take much. But I got some muscle tone, and I was able to breathe through those things and meet them eye to eye, as was said before. Then I got to the throat chakra, and I was still battling some things, because those things in the heart, those things that was in the heart, it just wasn't sitting right with me. So, and I didn't come outside of my character, but I was a little aggressive in my approach. And I had to remind myself, if I speak gently with myself more, I will begin to speak gently with others. And I had to check myself. Those experiences that I have gone through, my past traumas, my sexual abuse, and all those things that were being held within my sacral chakra, I had to really speak love into those things. Mm-hmm. Being upset about it, wondering, oh, why me, or what is it about me which put me in this situation? Why? No, I just had to send love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. And some more love. The level of vibrational energy had to be raised up. And the only way to do that is with love. We speak about the law of attraction, right? And it's not working, or it ain't working right. No, the law of attraction is always working. It is always working. And it's not about whether it's not working or not, because it's always working. It's always there. So what it's really about is the love, the level of vibrational energy that you are emitting. Is it high or is it low? So I had to check myself and be kind to myself and love myself and deal with that inner child and give her some love, telling her that all is well and well indeed. You are not your trauma. You are not the things that happened to you. All is well and well indeed. So the experience for me, it has filled me with gratitude. I've been connected to a few of you for many, many years. And for this to come together in a full circle, it is magnificent. The tribe, as I Minister OJ Yemi spoke of. And I feel all of you. I Minister Symphony, I Minister Jennifer, I Minister Solutions, I Minister Mari, I Minister Gabrielle, all of us, even those who aren't able to be here, I'm still feeling all of you. And I give thanks that even though we're in our separate zones and time zones and all of that, we are still able to communicate with each other on a level that is higher than ever. Even if we're not conscious of it and don't even realize it. Even if that is not our intention in the moment consciously. Like, yeah, yo, I'm sending Mari this message. No, it's just happening.
Yeah.
It is just happening. The energy that is flowing through each and every one of us, coming in and coming out with each breath, it is a connectiveness that I am very grateful for. Because even when I'm feeling some type of way, I might want to run to the phone and be like, oh, because OJ get me. Like, she know she might go through. I'll be like, what this is happening? She be like, hold up, wait. So I know that I can come out to her and she gonna be like, girl, she gonna send me that energy I need. I know I can do that with either one of y'all, and it's vice versa. I may not be saying anything within our group or in our chat, but if I feel, it's more about a feeling. If I feel you and your text you're putting, I'm gonna send some energy your way. Not with any intention, not with any expectation, but I'm gonna just send some energy your way because that's what it's all about. And I love that OJ Yemi said no expectation. I just knew that I needed to go deeper. I couldn't just be going through the motions anymore. I know too much.
Right.
I can't even play with this because that's going to bring more chaos because it's like, that's just how it goes. You get more understanding in the spirit world when you don't know. When you know, and you still trying to go against the grain? Nah, baby, come over here and do this 9-day cleanse. And I'm just so grateful for what is to come. I'm thankful. OJ Yemi taught me to sit in the seat of gratitude. And that is where I am sitting with you all today. With that, I yield the floor.
Ache, gracias.
Let me get a hand clap. Let me stop.
I got to give it. Oh, you know I got to give it to you. Wait, I'm going to give you something else because you spit hot fire.
I love it.
I love it. And
OJ
I love
Yemi,
you.
Rostor. Yes.
Thank you so much for that. This has been an amazing experience just to see how it has all just kind of developed and is developing. But we're going to keep it pushing. This next I Minister has been with me for, oh goodness, she's been around forever. And, she's definitely one of the OGs. And I love her, and I am so excited that she stuck around for as long as she did. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome I Minister Gabrielle. Yep, original Gabrielle.
Deep breath, Ola, everybody. And how is anybody supposed to follow I Minister Ready?
You can. That's why you just gotta be you.
No, everything is anticlimactic. Mental note: she comes up last on every program. She is the one to close us out. I am Gabrielle. My constituents and colleagues call me Gabrielle. And I don't know that I have friends because my friends seem to turn into family. So I will say my family calls me Gab. Not everybody gets that privilege. There's a handful. And this group that you've listened to tonight and the few that were not able to make it with us are part of that. I have been on this journey as far back as I can remember, which is probably somewhere around the age of 4. On the path, off the path, tried to destroy the path. And here I am. I'm a Reiki master and teacher. I am a certified hypnotherapist, master NLP facilitator and timeline therapy practitioner. I am, and this is probably one of the first places that I've ever spoken this out loud. I am an ancient priestess from many, many past lives who in this lifetime has been given permission again to actively practice. I'm a day trader. I am a lifestyle and business strategist with a spiritual twist. I am an avid student of astrology, human design, being keys, and just life in general. I've been a part of Master Rise 13 since 2013, way before I, Minister Mari, ever knew who I was. So I've been around for 10 years. And even in those spans of time where we took our hiatuses and hibernations, I have never left the energy. And when we did finally get to meet and have our first conversation, it was eerily exciting and amazing how similar our visions are. And it's a vision that I have held since 1998. So I'm happy to be here. This 9-day chakra cleanse was amazing. The first 4 days, I couldn't speak. Every time I tried to make a comment, every time I tried to share something, and not just in the container of our group, but just in general, it was, and it's kind of been my theme for this year, sit down and shut up. Head down, mouth shut. And I think that, I know that the reason for that was for some very stark reminders that played out through the 9 days. I have not started the cleanse over, but I have continued it in a different way. And some of the stark reminders, in your face kind of reminders for me doing the chakra cleanse was the reminder of who I am, my leadership role, and I really don't like to think of it as a leadership role as much as a guide for this movement that we started years ago and are getting underway with this. Clarity of what I'm here to do, separately and collectively. And I think the biggest thing of all was it's not a hard journey. We make it hard. We're conditioned to believe that it has to be. My ministry is kind of twofold. There's Crystal Bridge Ministry, and which is basically we're here to help facilitate individuals that are ready to be more of who they are, move from those lower chakra gates through the heart, which is the bridge between above and below. The other thing that I have been reminded of is that
I've always kind of rejected, in all of my career statuses, I've been looked at as a leader and a teacher. And I don't feel that I am here to teach anything, because we all have everything that we need in us already. I'm simply a guidepost, a lighthouse that has the ability and the gift to be able to help you unlock what's inside of you, and to use those things that are in your wheelhouse and in your design, in the chart and the birth date that you chose to be here. You came with an amazing skill set. And what we do is help you strategize and find the tools within yourself to get to where it is you want to go. You could be standing on the exact same path, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, with someone else. And the path you see and the way through it is going to be very different than the person standing next to you. And that's okay. And that's a big part of what we do to help you find your way to freedom and prosperity and your seat in your heart of infininaire. And I yield the mic.
Gracias. Thank you so much for that. Got to give you a round of applause. Minister Gabrielle. And for the benefit of those that may be hearing us for the first time and are saying, what is an infininaire? What is that? What is an I minister? Well, an infininaire is a person that attracts wealth infinitely because they live in their passion. And an infininaire knows that they are a direct extension of source and that they are the money. And so our job just becomes to align ourselves with what it is that we desire so that we can access it and bring it into real time, bring it into reality. We are ministers of ourselves. I ministers. Our ministry is our life. Our, what we do, what we are passionate about is our religion. And so in this time of great change, we are practicing a new way to come to what some call God, Most High, infinite intelligence, whatever you call this force. This is that time to unite with that. And so infininaire ministers are just that, people that are reflecting themselves, are ministering their lives through their actions. We are examples of what we believe, and we recognize that the change begins with yourself. You have to help yourself so that you can help other people. That's just how it goes. I appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. I want to see if we have I Minister Ebony. Are you available? Did you get your drink of water? She probably didn't get her drink of water yet. I did notice that somebody fell off the line too, so perhaps that was her. Mm-hmm. Are there any other I Ministers that are on the line that have not spoken? I'm going to give anybody some time to say something in the chat if I'm missing anyone. This 9-day cleanse, for me, what it did was it clarified what Master Vibration 13, what the entire purpose was and why it was for. What's happening in the world right now is great change. There's a global shift that's happening. It's a reset. It's the de-dollarization that's happening. There's just so many things that are happening. And there's going to be a swarm of people that need help that just need help to get ready, to stay ready. And so it was put upon us to do this cleanse and to do it uniquely in this way, to identify the differences that matter and how it is so important for people to have just guides and not leaders, because you have to be your own guru, your own leader. It's all about you. And so the whole idea of being in a collective with people that are just all doing the same thing, it never made sense to me. So this was just the perfect way to have this implemented, and I absolutely can't take any credit for it. I have to thank Most High, Infinite Intelligence, and my ancestors for always coming through, and your ancestors who have come through. I mean, we all have the same ancestors ultimately, but I've gotten a lot of visitations from a lot of your family members and loved ones, even some people that were not in this group at all. I had a wife of a friend came through, and it was just exactly what he needed. Like, his wife felt him suffering and made sure that we made the connection. And it was just, when these things happening right now, it's like, it's really, I think about how they put out so many movies of extraterrestrials and magical powers and different things like that. They've been doing that so that they could ease they want to make it something normal, because that is what's happening, and people do have superpowers, and it's undeniable. So now they're making it normal by, you see it in so many movies, you don't get so freaked out about it. But this, the biggest thing that I got out of this cleanse was, one, that is ongoing. It's something that does not stop. This is something that we have to know how to drive this vehicle. Just like you get to know your car so that you can drive it good and take care of it. That's the same thing you have to do with your body. And these are the vehicles that we have in this lifetime to carry us through these challenges and these journeys. And this 9-day chakra, all of the Master Vibration 13 has always just been kind of like me. And then it was like me and Solution coming to share. And so now what's happening is that it's about the collective. It's about the people that have been on here, have been doing this work forever and way before you got here to Master Vibration 13. But what we're doing this season is although we are a private member association, we are opening the door, so to speak, to the public so people could recognize what it is that we have going on here in the private. So we've made it so that Master Vibration 13 is free for anybody to come and share. But those people that really want to get into doing the work, you must come to private study of yourself. And once you subscribe to that part of the layer, you're going to be able to have access to the eye ministers that you heard tonight, and even more, because there are more of us. And the eye ministry and this part of what we're doing has to do with our freedom. We are living in a world now where everything is not what it was. And so being independent and being self-governed is what is necessary if you want to thrive in this world that is being created as we speak. And so as eye ministers get ordained and they come in through what it is that's being created, it is you're gaining all of the knowledge and all of the training that is available so that you will be able to be a self-governed individual, an eye minister. And so this work is something that is very much an individual thing that happens. I see a lot of people through different societies and private societies and associations, and people are on this thing of do it this way, and this has to be done just like this, or this group is doing it like this, or this group is doing it like that. And what people fail to recognize is that you must do it the way that it comes for you to do. One of the things that brought me to the world of ministry was just the fact that, wanting to be separated from this tyrannical system. We started going, on the route of the Moors, sovereign communities, other communities that talked about just being self-governed. And it wasn't until the ministry came and, we were introduced to that just changed the game completely. And it just confirmed everything that we've been doing, and it gave us an opportunity to protect our assets and protect our vision and be able to help humanity in the way that we're wanting to help. And we want other people to be able to have access to not just the knowledge of this information, but the action that comes with it, because we're doing things that have never been done. What we're doing are the things that the 1% have done for eons, for centuries. And so we're doing it now collaboratively. We're not hoarding information. We're not saying, we are saying everything is earned, and we know that. Because when you try to give everything away to people, what happens? That don't work. That never works. Your time is valuable. You are valuable. And we show the proper ways to do exchanges in this platform, because when you recognize that you are the money, it's not just about fiat notes. One of the things that I can tell you right now that we accept as currency are crystals and stones. Crystals and stones can be exchanged over dollar bills. Gold and silver could absolutely be taken here on this platform. Cryptocurrency, 100%. Your heart, your mind's energy, 100%. Those are the things. You are valuable. Everybody has value. And that's what Master Vibration 13 is about. And that's what this mission is for everyone to recognize who they are. And along this path, there are going to be people that you resonate with more than others. That's just a natural way of life. So we want to be able to offer at Master Vibration 13 a personality that's going to be able to help you, that's going to give you the help that you need. There's no certificates. Actually, there are certificates, in ordinations and things like that. But what I'm talking about is your self-healing. And even in becoming an infinionaire, that's a very personal journey. And when you get that title, when you earn that title, you feel it, you know it, because you've matched the vibration. It's not because you paid a fee or somebody said, here, this is, who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are, because that's what this is about, is us recognizing who we are, unleashing our power, and taking action in it every day to bring about the change that is necessary in this world. The whole suffering, all of that has been happening forever, that's done. And it's over. And with that, I don't want to go too much longer tonight. I want to respect everybody's time. There's going to be more of this and more to come. What we have coming next is the eye ministers are preparing to bring the 9-day cleanse to the platform, so that each eye minister is going to reflect on a particular chakra. And when our people that are interested in doing this work come into the private study of yourself, you're going to be able to have the whole 9-day cleanse that you can access and you can do in your own way, in your own time. But what we also have available is, if you want to have a guided 9-day cleanse, you have access to all of the eye ministers that are available to do it in their own styles and in their own ways with you. There's going to be a lot of wonderful things happening here at Master Vibration 13, things that you guys have never seen before. I want to welcome the new people that have already come to the site. Thank you all so much for spreading the word and sharing. Continue to share, because this is where we're doing our work from. I want to bring it back around to I Minister Symphony, because she was the one who opened up the mic and she didn't really get to express what it is that her ministry does and how it is that she's assisting. So I want to give her an opportunity to do that. I Minister Symphony.
Yes, I'm here. Well, the name of my ministries is Mother Pearl's Ministries, and it's ironic. Minister O.J.M.E. was talking about the synchronicities, and Mother Pearl's I got from, well, I didn't get it from, but it Margarita, my mother's name, which in Latin means pearls. So her being my mom, and it's crazy that's the name of my ministries, which I named that after I found out the definition of my mother's name. But my ministries is all about holistic balance, levelness, ma'at, or basically just the mother living in ma'at. It's about finding a way to bring wholeness into our daily lives. So through a business that I have under my ministries called Cosmic Connection 79. I do consultations where I provide self-care products that are astrologically arranged to purposely awaken and remind ourselves who we are. They're customizable baskets, and they're filled with like learning tools and natural organic products, and they basically are all tended to enhance our awareness of our cosmic and worldly connections. So I also do healing massages and facials, natural hair care, which is where I started out this journey back in 2008 when my mom died working in barbershops. And when I denounced the medical industry as a medical assistant. So I do yoga practices. I also do word sound healing through my poetry. And my ministry is about basically, as Madi was saying, pursuing self-sufficiency and sovereignty in all holistic ways. So that's Mother Pearl's Ministries.
Okay, gracias. Thank you so much for that. I wanted to also state that oh gosh, it was in my mind. It was right there and I was supposed to say it. And now it's gone. Okay, it'll come back. That's okay. It will come back. You know what? Let me go ahead and give you a round of applause for that wonderful description of your work. And that was just enough time to remember. Orgone energy batteries. We have been creating them since 2011, and we have not shared our techniques or anything like that for a reason. We are sharing those techniques with iMinisters and iMinisters only. So once you do Master Vibration 13 and you choose to go into the world of self-government and ministry, then you will be able to get that training as well, because that is a way to be able to make sure that your ministry, that your church is always has something of value, always has assets. The things that are happening in the world are requiring more and more of Orgone technology, the scalar technology, and it is important for everyone to know it. But I vowed to share it in a specific way to specific people, and so that is what I must do. But the information on how to make it, and everyone can do it. All you have to do is look it up and go online, and you can make some. And I recommend that people do that. Master Vibration 13, as we move forward with our assistance, we're going to have more and more Orgone energy batteries in different packages that are going to be available here. We're going to have charity events and different things happening to help raise awareness of this energy, and so that people could learn about it. We will have workshops that are going to be available for people that are members of the community as well. And it is important for us to keep this information in the community, because in the old world, they do horrible things to people who are talking about this information specifically. And so we're not trying to fight nobody or ruffle any feathers. We just want to stay in our lane and do what we do, which is a lot. So I know that I haven't been talking a whole lot about the Orgone energy batteries, but that is absolutely a staple and part of the foundation of Master Vibration 13 self-healing. So know that that is something that is going to be available to everyone on the team as we continue to move forward with this. Before I close it out, does anybody have any questions? Anything else that they want to share before we get out of here? Solution? Because we know that there are a lot in this group. I mean, this call is for everybody. So, I will just say not everybody has this information, but in our private group in Master Vibration 13, I'll just say this. We have A lot of us are invested in something very powerful that is happening, that is changing the world, and everything will be different. So our focus as we move forward is in how are we going to affect our communities, and what things do we need? How many people are we going to need to assist us in our ministries and the work that we're doing for humanity? Because we're going to be able to create jobs for people. We're going to be able to do a lot of work in every single community that each one of us resides in. So this is that time to think of those things, because they are indeed happening. So I'm going to no, because this call is public. So we will be having a private call this weekend. I will let you guys know when that's gonna happen. It'll probably be Sunday, and if not Sunday, on Monday for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic one more time. Did I miss anyone? Did everyone get a chance to speak? Thank you. Solution is counted down. So once again, we will meet again with you guys on Fridays. Master Vibration 13 self-healing sessions are going to be live every Friday for 30 minutes here at mastervibration13.com. Our private self-healing sessions will take place half an hour later in our private section, Private Study of Yourself, here at mastervibration13.com. I want to give thanks to all of the ancestors that have been here the whole time. Estoy aquí por ustedes. Estoy aquí para ustedes. I am here for you. I am here because of you. So I wear you guys all the time. And thank you for guiding me through this process, and, bringing all the information that you all have brought. So, Ache, muchas gracias. Solution, any?
I also thank everyone for their energy and their presence and their investment in our 9-day chakra cleanse. Definitely big thanks to OJ Yemi, Minister OJ Yemi, for her, her experiment, her Reiki,
her Reiki experiment.
Yes. So just thanking you all for all your efforts and investment.
Gracias, everyone.
Yes,
Adios.
Energy and ride the frequency. My soul makes the melody of my life, so I must see. Every tune that comes through me brings balance to my being. I have the power to change the direction in me through sound. I have the power to change the direction in me through my mind. I am creation, I am animation, I am bright, vibrant star in all of the constellations.